Good evening, world. It's Wednesday night. It's Phantasy Star night. And we're playing Phantasy Star Generation 2. Very, very much looking forward to this. And our first challenge will be, when I beat Phantasy Star 1 the other night, it said, do you want to save your game? Do you want to carry it over to Phantasy Star 2? I have no idea what impact that has. But when I tried that, I booted up Phantasy Star 2 just to see what would happen. And it initially said, your memory card doesn't work. Don't know why. But I tried it again. And it worked that time. So, cross fingers, cross toes. Let's see how we go. The game being silent is not filling me with confidence. You can't see them, but the numbers at the top of the screen are moving. It's not frozen. Oh. Just had to press circle. I've been having terrible nightmares. In them, a young girl is fighting an eldritch demon. And there's also a cat and stuff, but I can't see them. I watch them battle, but I can't move or speak. Also, I'm naked. All I can do is helplessly look on as the girl is attacked. As always, I wake up just as she's exhausted all her strength. I'm now in my bedroom, dimly lit by the early dawn. An indescribable grief consumes me. I desperately hold back the tears in my eyes. This is the modern age, under the auspices of the supercomputer Mother Brain. This is not the time to dwell on the nonsense of dreams. Such fanciful notions have been replaced by world-encompassing digital data. Sounds familiar. I open my window and take a breath of fresh air. The crisp morning breeze courses through my body, washing away any ill feelings left from my nightmare. My name is Eustace. I might call him Rolf. I'm an agent of the Motavian government here in the capital Paseo. I specialize in swordsmanship and sleeping naked. So fast. Governor O'Connor, I didn't even know he had a name. There you go. Good morning, Eustace. My apologies for calling you in so suddenly. How can I be of service, Governor O'Connor? I'm going to have to turn up this text speed. You've been working for me about 2 years now. Yes. I am forever grateful for you taking an orphan like me under your wing and making me an agent, sir. No, I simply gave you the opportunity. You became an agent on your own merits. I guess. Moving on. What I am going to ask of you will be the toughest and by far the most important mission you've ever done. It is crucial to the future of Motavia. As you well know, I'm not exaggerating when I say Algol's rapid development is solely due to Mother Brain. Part of my duty is to oversee Mother Brain's development plans for Motavia. Afforestation has been progressing smoothly. I guess that's the opposite of deforestation? I thought the opposite of deforestation would be forestation. Oh. And I have no doubt it was for the best. But now, biomonsters flagrantly roam Motavia. Oh, flagrant. Why do they exist? How can we stop them? We have to find the answers to these questions. Eustace, your mission is to recover the system recorder from the Biosystems lab. So far, so exactly the same as Phantasy Star 2 on the Mega Drive, just a bit more wordy. The system recorder? It's evident that the Biosystems lab experienced an accident 2 years ago. By analysing the system recorder, we can conduct a proper investigation into what transpired. God, Eustace has got a bit of Solid Snake syndrome. He's not even repeating, he's just making confused noises. We must find a way to control these biomonsters. I think we'll find a solution once the system recorder is recovered. But wasn't an agent sent to investigate the source of the accident when it first happened? You mean Shelley? Unfortunately, she never reported her findings. What? The report from data memory indicates she ceased all communications 2 weeks ago. Does that mean she's a skilled agent? However, I must admit, I am concerned. I presume something unusual must have happened. Eustace, can I entrust this mission to you? Yes, sir. Thank you. I sincerely hope you safely recover the system recorder and find Shelley. Whew. Girl with long ears. Eustace! Where have you been? I was so worried. Sorry. Governor O'Connor needed to see me about an urgent matter. Did you sleep well, Nay? You're always such a late sleeper. You lied. You promised me you'd never ever leave me alone. Nay. Stupid, Eustace. What? We're just staring at each other at this point. What's wrong? Nay, did you know you have the most expressive eyes? You're staring at me the same way you did when we first met. What? 6 months have passed since that day. You look so strange with your pointy cat-like ears. People hated them and persecuted you, forcing you to be a vagabond when you were just a little girl. They almost killed you. Eustace, when I first met you, you were so young, Nay. And now I see that you've grown up to be a wonderful young woman. Eustace, why did you bring all that up just now? Governor O'Connor asked me to investigate the Biosystems lab. Huh? Biosystems lab? My mission is to recover the system recorder. Also, what is it? To find the previously assigned agent who has gone missing. Previous agent? Yeah. Do you mean Miss Shelley, your childhood friend? Gah! I hate this. You want to go alone, don't you, Eustace? Nay, an agent disappeared. This mission is very dangerous. I don't want to put you in harm's way. Do you understand? Eustace. So, this is goodbye for a while. I'm sure you'll do just fine without me around. I thought you promised never to leave her alone. Even though it was only for a short time, it was fun having you around, Nay. You're like a sister to me. Liar. Huh? You're a liar! Didn't you promise you'd never leave me? Was that a complete lie? Nay. Please, Eustace, please take me with you. I'll do anything, Eustace. Nay. You... Please, oh please, Eustace. Sleeping late during the mission is strictly prohibited, okay? I think we're taking her with us. Eustace! Half the dialogue so far has been, Nay, Eustace, nay. I'm not alone anymore. Eustace, I'll always be by your side no matter what happens. Oh, we're in control. Oh, listen to that guitar. That theme. Rock and roll. Alright, let's do a quick system. Sound, stereo, battle scenery. Oh, we can have the grid. Pipe display is on. Oh, that's for dungeons. Message speed. Fast. Thank you. Okay. Let's check everybody's status. Why not? So we've got Eustace / Rolf. He's got his carbon suit. He's got a knife. He's got leather shoes. And he's 14 experience. What techniques has he got? He's got fire. Okay. Whoops. Got to get my head around. It's circle again. Nay's got a ribbon on her head. Carbon vest, steel claw. Espadrilles. She only needs 6 XP. Nay will level up very fast. It's kind of their thing. So Resta. Can we see what Resta does? Nope. So if we go here, can't tell. Resta recovers 20 HP. So they haven't even been consistent. with the spell names across Generation 1 and Generation 2. Now, normally when I'm playing Phantasy Star 2, this is where I would go grind myself silly, because it's so easy to get some levels for both. But head to the Central Towers Library to learn anything you need to know about Motavia. Don't go to North Bridge. There's a man named Darum there who kills anybody that tries to cross it. But look at all the extra detail compared to the Mega Drive. There's like the stuff on the roads, like the layout's the same. There used to be a facility in the city called the Sword Gym where you could learn the art of swordsmanship. It was demolished last year. I really want to learn how to use a sword. That's interesting. My dad just sits around all day doing nothing because he doesn't have to work for a living. There's a bit of dialogue I do recall from the first one. From Mega Drive. I should keep saying the first one. I should say Mega Drive because it's not the first one. It's not Phantasy Star 1. Ah yes. So in Phantasy Star 2, we don't revive people. We go to the clone lab. And we bring people back that way. As in, you don't actually revive them. You make a clone of a corpse, I guess. And make a new one. That Darum is a menace. I heard he ransacked Aramaya. He might even come here. Hunters are so cool. They're so strong and reliable. So here's our save station. You can see it in this version. It's got actually a PS2 memory card picture on the top, which is cute. So we can save our game here. This is Mother Brain's information terminal. I can record your process. But we also, when we... I guess it's only when we save. We get that notification about how much experience everybody else has. I used to work in the Biosystems lab west of the lake. That was a long time ago. Much like Phantasy Star 1, there are healing, first aid shops where we buy healing. So no inns, no camps, no tents here. And yes, and we've got the clone lab for when we lose a member. Alchemist, welcome to the clone lab. Do you need to revive someone? I'll make sure to grab a screenshot for those who've never played Phantasy Star 2 of what he looked like in the Mega Drive. Because while he still looked quite similar, just due to the makeup and the colouring, he looked a bit more like a clown than a doctor. Unfortunately, it won't work if the cells are too damaged. How scary is that? What are we talking about? Ah, right. Some people have 2 bits of dialogue, some don't. And this is a teleport station. It will do nothing for us at the moment because we've only been to this town. But we can quick travel between towns that have teleport stations. Not every town will have a teleport station, so keep that in mind. His mum doesn't do anything for a living either. So then we've got weapon shops, shown with the gun here, armor shop, and we've got item shop down here. Now we've only got 200% at the moment, and Eustace has his knife, Nay has a steel claw. I think we should be able to afford, if it's still the same. Look at that hair! Fantastic! Welcome. Nervous about your upcoming journey? Alright, I'll show you some weapons that'll put you at ease. They really are using the extra space on a DVD to stock up on way more dialogue. So we'll buy another steel claw for Nay because, hey, she doesn't say use it or lose it. Boo. Because we can equip things in the right and left hands here, so if we equip it in Nay's left hand, then she will be able to attack twice. Okay, let's head to Aramaya. So we do have the console option, same as Phantasy Star 1 and Phantasy Star 4. So honestly, when I first would play Phantasy Star 2, knowing what the game's like, I would do this. Hoping to attract a random encounter. Now, that's somewhat necessary because Phantasy Star 2 is hard. It's real hard. Oh, look at the graphics. Look at the tech-based design. I love it. But aside from the increased detail, this is very faithful so far. Like, way wordier. But the map is the same. The layout's the same. The way the party moves around. So if any of our party members do fight it in battle, you notice how they're walking around. Ooh, okay. Poisoners, they should hopefully give us some money. And the fencer, okay. We've got attack, technique, item, defend. Oh, weapons. So maybe we can swap weapons. That's handy. Oh, there's a bar. Okay. There's some mechanics happening here. Am I meant to press a button when that circle's happening? There's QTEs in battle. Oh my gosh, I don't need QTEs in battle. I play RPGs to get away from QTEs. So we've got to hold down the button. Oh, for our attack level. Stuff that up. And let it go in level 3. Right, we've lost the party member already. So that's where our money's going to go. So I can't just mash buttons because I have to hold down the button for the attack. There we go. Only use command, no techniques used, 1 party member perished. E rank. Oh my god, do not. Okay, now you just went up 2 levels. Do not rate me on every single battle, because there's got to be so many battles. Oh no, they don't have the dead party member float around behind you. On the plus side, useless dying did not instantly game over, so that's good. Let's go clone him straight away. You can see there a bit of a game mechanic that dogged me in Phantasy Star 1 was you die, you don't get experience. So loot's copped it all the time. Okay. Here's the doctor. Are you ill? Treat wounds, detoxify, and leave. I think we just need to... Ah, okay, cool. So Eustace is revived with full health. You had to actually revive and then heal people in Phantasy Star Generation 1, so that's good. Okay, we don't need to detoxify, but I need to pay attention during battles, unless I put it to auto, I guess. So just to show, not consult, just to show what the original battle scenery looked like, because I love it. People say it's boring, but I don't prefer it, but it takes me back. This is the North Bridge they told us to avoid. Is that who I think it is? I'm absolutely sure it's him. I can never forget the scar on his cheek. I don't doubt you. He tried to kill you 7 months ago, Nay. Can we leave you? Being here brings back bad memories, and seeing him now, I understand, Nay. But he's not going to get away with it. One of these days, I'll settle the score. Okay. But for now, let's just avoid him. Nay. Angry antagonists in this game. Protagonists, I should say. Elisa was very angry. I mean, her brother just died at the start of Phantasy Star 1. So this is kind of a recreation of what the original background looked like. I'm guessing if I hit that circle, it'd be good if you guys didn't miss all the time. I'm guessing if I hit that circle when it turns red, I don't know what that red line's doing for me. It didn't heal. Battle was quick. Only use command. Only rank 3 attacks, no technique. B rank. There we go. I'm not going to read those out every time. You know, there's going to be so many battles. We'll just keep on trucking. But yeah. But we have different battle backgrounds, so let's not worry about the grid. The grid made it feel a lot more technological, if that makes sense. And I didn't mind that there was no background because, you know, you were in and out of battle fairly quickly. Oh, and then we're ambushed. Ooh, there's ambush music. Okay. Oh, has Eustace actually hit anybody yet? Hit anybody yet? Useless, more like useless. Oh, oh, oh. Ah, jeez. Don't die, Eustace. Let's just get back to town. You can see how quickly Nay's leveling up. There's no level up noise. That's one of the best parts of leveling up. Is getting a noise going like bing. Moses, it hasn't rained at all lately. The lake is bone dry. Let's heal up. Can we rest for free at Rolf's house? Let's relax a bit at home. Not much else happening here. Should we leave now? Yes. Since there's no problems, let's go. They've given Rolf such an angry face. I'll apologise now. I'm going to keep accidentally calling him Rolf. It is going to keep happening. Hello? Are you ill? So, yeah. I'm preferring the menus in one at the moment. They're just that little bit quicker. But let's save our game. Since we haven't even done that once yet. Ignore that. That's from a previous bit of playing through. From quite a while ago now, actually. So, if we go back in the tower, there's the governor's office, the library, and leave. Let's have a look. Eustace, I'm counting you to investigate the accident and retrieve the system recorder. And the librarian. Welcome to the library. I am Medina, the chief librarian. I heard your mission is to retrieve the system recorder from the Biosystems lab. I don't know if I have any information that can help you, but I'll try and answer any questions you have. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Let's find out about Mother Brain and then move on, so we're not getting too bogged down with text. Mother Brain is a central computer in control of our goal. Our world thrives under her watchful eye. Mother Brain was first introduced to planet Palmer in 845 AW. She was then expanded to Motavia and Azorus. She controls various facilities, including the Biosystems Lab, Amidas, and the 4 central dams. She's an integral part of our civilization. Interestingly, no one knows who actually created Mother Brain, or where she is actually located in our goal. That sounds reassuring. Was that helpful? If you have any information, I'm always here to assist you. Have a nice day. I might screenshot all the librarian stuff and post them somewhere, so you don't have to listen to me read them all. What is this? ECM? Maybe that's a quick sell station? Hey, guess what? I'm going to be a thief when I grow up. What? No way. There's nothing cool about that. Nothing cool about the cool job of thievery. Understand? Yeah, I get it. God, nay. You're telling people off. Alright, where we actually need to head is northeast. It was actually a very long time before I saw that little encounter with Darum on North Bridge. Because the game told me, don't go to North Bridge. Go east, go to blah blah blah. And I was a good little boy and I listened to what the game told me. Okay. And picking on Eustace something fierce. I wonder if I can pick him up a helmet or something in the auto shop, but I haven't even been in there yet. Oh, and he's dead again. Nay is kicking ass, but yeah, Eustace is not so much. We can get... There's a little bar happening down the bottom as well, so I'm not sure what that means. I should, probably RTFM. I was not expecting new mechanics, to be honest. I was not expecting it, so I think we've got to flee. Considering we're a party member down. No offense to Nay, she's doing pretty well. Rock and roll. So I didn't want to grind. I wasn't going to grind, but you can see how tough it is already. We're dying pretty often. Well, good to see the price doesn't go up the more you have to heal the poor bugger. $167 Meseta. Let's see if we can't do something to make Eustace a little bit more hardy. Let's see if he at least get a helmet or a hat or something. This isn't your run-of-the-mill shop because our protective gear is totally different. No window shopping. We've already got the carbon suit. We can't afford the carbon shield. Buy the headgear though. Three more points to defense. Why not? Popular with beginners. Okay. I'm not even bothering with the item shop yet because not enough money. And don't get me wrong, I love the receptionist. She had just a similar sunny smile on the Mega Drive, but I prefer Phantasy Star 1's save stations where it's just that little bit quicker. And you can't hold up when you screen transition, like holding up. Just did it unconsciously. If you keep holding up, it just stopped. Well, there you go. The headgear got us our first miss from an enemy at least. A lack of money is a big issue early in the game. Like, it's very stingy. 18 Meseta. There we go. Eustace just got level 2 at last. But we don't get to a dungeon first, we get to another town, which is handy. Although, oh, I hate these things. Ah, the noise is different. But they can hit the whole party, so they're dangerous, very dangerous. I'm starting a useless death counter. So now he's going to completely outstrip Eustace at this rate, because... Okay, can't heal him. Can we try... Is there a clone lab in this town? Let's have a look. Aramaya. Darren's men destroyed my house. I can't get his face out of my mind. I can't sleep at night. I'll never forget the scar on Darren's cheek as long as I live. So we can heal here, but not... The rascals still have 2 stashes of dynamite left. If no one stops them, they'll probably come back and blow up what's left of the city. Guess what? Papa says the rascals are hiding out in the old Shuren factory. I hope that's not their proper gang name. It's not very intimidating. Oh, there is a clone lab. There we go. Whoa! Could walk back to Paseo and pay half. Oh, we need him alive. Need him alive. We've got to use way more healing techniques. Got to keep him alive a bit better. Only the weak and feeble remain to slowly starve to death. Can you spare anything for a poor soul like me? And there is no prompt to help him out. Listen to this. I heard the rascals are hiding their treasures in containers that can only be opened by a special key. This... it's a second. What's in the weapon shop here? We won't be able to afford anything, but you know. Sword. Ooh, attack and defense. Shocker. We're not going to be able to afford that sword for a long time at this point. We can teleport back to Paseo, that's good. That'll cost money. Thanks to Darum and his men, there's nothing left in the city. Not even our hopes and dreams. Will it cost money? Welcome. We can teleport you to any city stored in your databank. 60%! God, I can't even afford it. Sorry. Can't afford to transport. Oh, it's hard graphs at the start. Darum isn't a bad man. He's always been nice to me. TM is my friend. Don't beat up Darum. I feel so bad for TM. Oh. The rascals always come from the northeast. When you see their silhouettes approaching in the light of dawn, it's a terrifying sight to behold. So I guess that's where we're heading next. Okay. Biomonsters are very ferocious beasts. Why did you come to this city? It's such a horrible place. Well, you know, my dude died, so I needed to get him back. Let's head back towards... I still remember that the battle with poisoners gives you more Meseta than the other one, so... It's seriously just everybody is attacking users straight away. Okay. Okay, God, there's so much going on. I'm just trying to look at the bottom screen. I'm guessing that circle down the bottom is kind of a critical hit circle bar QTE. As we get stronger, I may rely on the auto option depending on how good it is, of course. Solely because it's too much button pressing. I get what they're going for. They're trying to make the battles more interactive. Make them more active than what you'd usually have, but it's just like... I don't mind just pressing the button. It's okay. It's an RPG, I know what I'm getting. I guess you could mash through if you're fighting low-level enemies, you know, don't really care. Okay. We've got to level up for uses out of it. Everybody's health is actually going pretty well. So, on the plus side, Nay's basic healing is only 3 technique points. For Elisa, her entry-level healing technique was 20 technique points. So you can see how we'll be casting Resta quite a bit. And why not? It's cheap. But what you learn quickly is that you are fragile in this game. And you've got to grind a little. The first few dungeons aren't so bad, but they are long. Multiple floors, like straight away. And you'll notice that they're not top down. That they're not first person, I should say, like in Phantasy Star 1. So we're never going to go first person again, unless you want to count the battle view as being first person. So if we just heal up first and then go to the medical center, we're pretty much just paying for Nay's technique points. Well, what? 18! 18! God, I'm trying to save money here, old man. Doctors out of touch with reality. So on the save screen, obviously they're tracking Eustace's level rather than anything else. Ooh. Ooh, I forgot. Let's do this. Which was definitely... I can't remember when... Hey! If you go back to Eustace's or house, occasionally, depending on how you progress the story, you'll get this. Forgive the intrusion. My name is Rudger Steiner. I understand you are under orders from Governor O'Connor to investigate the accident from 2 years ago. I assume you want to learn not only why the biomonsters were created, but how to stop them. Yes, in fact, the investigation has just started and we haven't made any progress yet. So it seems. Well, I guess my visit was worth it after all. May I help you on your mission? As you may have guessed, I was a former soldier in the military. Now I'm a hunter who fights against the biomonsters. I won't disappoint you. Please let me join you. Very well, I will call you when you are needed. Until then, please make yourself at home. Rudger, you are needed immediately. Huh? What's wrong, Nay? Are you nervous about something? No, it's nothing. I feel like I've met Rudger before, but I can't remember where. I'm probably just imagining things. Okay. Oh, storage. That's new. This is a new menu altogether. Rudger practice. What is this? Gotta find a manual. Okay. Okay. You assign tasks. Looks like you assign tasks to people when they're not in the party, because spoiler alert, we will end up with more party members than we know what to do with. So if you tell them to create things, does that mean they make items for you? And if they practice, they get experience? I will find out. Either way, we're better off with Rudger in the team. Somebody else for the monsters to attack rather than us, rather than Eustace. Let's look at his status actually while we got him. He's got 40 HP for starters on level 1, so that's good. He's only got a gun. He does not have anything else. Hi, I'm Rudger. I've turned up naked except for my weapon. Take me into your team. I'm not wearing pants. This is one of the only times I wish the encounter rate was higher. Let's see what auto does. Oh man, the danger with auto attack is that they could, you know, waste spells or get you know, team members to defend when you really don't want them to. This is so squishy. He's so squishy. Oh my gosh. He's just, squishy as hell. And I know it's early days, but... Oof. Trying to figure out what makes those little bars down the bottom go. It seems to be just doing stuff. So you don't get it for successfully defending or whatever. It looks like you just get it for doing attacks. So. What was I saying? Oh, I've lost track. Oh, poisoners, thank God. Give me all your money, you lizards. Of course, the problem is, with Rudger on board, we've got another person. Great. There's another person we have to equip and everything else, and we've got no money to do it. But I love it. I love the... Look at that! S rank! Yes. parried more than 50% of attacks. Okay, so that circle is obviously a parry, and if we hit it right, we parry. Doesn't seem to be... Must have done damage, but... God, I don't know. I have video game blindness. Yes, poisoners, for whatever reason, they've decided we're the ones with the money. So you get way more Masetta out of a fight with poisoners. Fences. I'm going to tell you now, I'll probably never be good at parries. Not good at parries in Dark Souls. Why would I be good at parries in this? See, that 47 Masetta is a big difference to 12 or 13 Masetta. It makes a big difference to the party's coffers, so... But yeah, Rudger's definitely in the Tyrone mold. No techniques, no spells. He's just our heavy hitter. He's just our warrior type character. And that is not, you know, not a role I'm fussed about. Oh, I was talking about auto battling. Because it can be dangerous in games. Like, the most famous one for me, you know, depends on how old you are, is the auto command. And it wasn't even auto, it was quick. So you controlled each of your individual party members in the gold box games, Pool of Radiance and Curse of the Age of Bonds, all that fun stuff. And every turn, completely turn-based, it was like move, aim, guard, delay, all that stuff. And then there was quick. And if you weren't paying attention, you know, with your joystick, because when you're playing on the Commodore 64, you'd be playing it with the joystick rather than the keyboard. You'd put it in quick, and then your character would suddenly, you know, you were methodically beating your way through some orcs or through some goblins or whatever, and then suddenly they run away, they get attacked from behind, they bust out their bow or whatever spells they have and just start dumping them into the enemy. And in this, you know, arrows cost money, spells mean you need to rest and recover after each battle to get them back, so you're usually better off attacking if you can, because that doesn't, and attacking in melee, because that would, you know, that would save resources. And when you rested and tried to get your spells back, you were vulnerable to being attacked. So I guess parrying only works on certain types of attacks, because that paralyzed attack was just not going to do anything for me. Too early. It's almost like Virtual Cop. The circle, you know, what, the circle with another circle getting bigger. There we go. Got Rudger a couple of levels. Got some. We're actually getting some money in our pockets. 301. God, so stingy. On the plus side, healing is cheap. Healing is cheap. Yeah, so you'd put your characters into this quick mode by mistake usually, and you wouldn't know, this being the days of very easily pirated games, you may not know how to get them out of quick mode. You would have a photocopy of the Adventurer's Journal, which has all the journal entries that the game referred to, but you may not necessarily have the quick start card, which will tell you that the, you know, controls just the key combination you needed to get out of quick mode. So, you know, that was one of the first RPGs I've ever played. That was one of the Pool of Radiance. And so it made me very leery of making anything automatic from the get-go. From the jump. So you would have noticed that when we revived Eustace in the second town, it costs twice as much as in the first town. And that's going to be the case for healing as well. It's going to be more expensive as we go. And I don't know why. Seems a bit unfair. Because ironically, the spell in Phantasy Star Generation 1 was called Talupa, which allows you to teleport to any town. Eventually we'll have that, and so we can just go back to Paseo and pay the cheapest for healing, if that's how we want to do it. We don't have any items or that technique yet, but we will get it. I cannot remember at what level Eustace gets it. Eustace will get it because he's your main dude. You've always got him, so it makes sense that he's got the escape spell and the teleport spell, so... Give me that money. So there's two separate kind of quests happening at the moment. We've got Darum on the North Bridge, and he has a group called the Rascals. Ooh, scary Rascals. And they mucked up Aramaya. Of course, we've also got the Biomonster outbreak we're trying to figure out, which is why I want to go to the Biosystems lab. But before that, we have to go to the first dungeon is related to the Rascals more than to the Biosystems lab. So if you're wondering why we're going there, what's going on? Oh, the sound's different if the attack level's different. The reason I just suddenly had turned around was because I was just thinking Eustace does not have his dungeon escape techniques yet. So an escapipe, if that's what they call it in this one, might not be the worst idea. But there's no item shop in Aramaya, so let's go back to Paseo. Ah, Paseo. Paseo's Tavern. Good chat room on the Dreamcast. Not that there is a tavern in Paseo, but hey, you know, you assume it's there in the background somewhere. Not quite getting those parries, but I think I'm getting slightly better. I mean, we kind of do have to worry. We don't have to worry about the battle rankings, but it is nice that you get bonus XP if you do well, via the game's metrics at least. We haven't even been in the item shop though yet. Let's go to the item shop. Let's talk about dude. I think it's a dude. Why not be a dude? We'll see. It's a dude. Welcome. Are your preparations complete? Double check. Okay, so we've got... Oh, they've called them monomate and diamate this time. That's good. We've got our basic healing item. We've got our medium healing item. We've got poison. And then we've got hesitant ocarina and traveling ocarina. Ah, okay. I guess that makes sense. So that would be the escapipe, and that would be the telepipe. So, God, I don't know what I thought the escapipe and the telepipe were when I was 10. Didn't think they were musical instruments, but I guess that makes a lot of sense. We will buy the hesitant ocarina. That's a great name. Not sure about this. Get me out of here. Escape from a dungeon. Exactly what we need. Now, we did not buy Eustace shield, and we won't be able to afford a sword for a while. So let's do what we did with So Rudger's already got the needle gun. We could have the sonic gun, but we can't afford it. Let's do it the same thing as we did with Nay, which is buy a second weapon. Put it in his left hand. And now he has more attack. Now, can we at least get some equipment for Rudger? Rudger could have headgear. He can have the carbon suit. Okay, good. Carbon vest, carbon shield. Let's get him armor. Oh wow, that is not a big difference. At least it flashes to show you if somebody's got it. So, and no more individual inventory. No having to swap stuff around. It's just one big bucket of inventory. So yes, we've spent all our money, but again, we might be a bit hardier this time. Let's save and get back out there. Oops. They all had in the Mega Drive. It's interesting. Like I said, they've made it wordier, but they've removed the fact that every shop has a bit of incidental dialogue when you go. So it's a bit of a shame. Bit of realism, bit of I don't know what you call it. But you know, in the real world, you don't just leave a shop and without a word. I would love it, or maybe it would get irritating after a while, if the parries told you, like, too soon, too slow, all that fun stuff. Look at Nay's level, she's double everybody else already. Let's poke our heads into the dungeon and see what it looks like. If we make it that far. Right, let's focus fire on the frog. I did not focus fire on the frog. Oh no! Come on. Useless, if you missed with both of those, I'd be very disappointed. Remember the long press. It's just not, I'm just not used to having to long press for anything in an RPG. This is a problem. As you saw from that save I deleted. I had played this for a little bit, and that was actually quite a long time ago, and of course I obviously forgot all about the battle mechanics that I didn't know about, so there we go. Here's the first dungeon, Old Shuren Factory 1F. Straight to a battle. Ooh, straight to different graphics. So the biting ants, the ant enemies, have better armor than the rest, so and there you go, they've also got all enemy attacks. All party attacks, I should say. We'll get some all party, all enemy attacks soon ourselves. So don't worry about that, but we don't have them just yet. So this is what the dungeons look like. We have no choice but to find their leader. We must put a stop to their evil. So this is where the pipe display comes in. You can actually take them off. There you go. I like the pipes. They can be a little bit irritating, but I haven't even shown you Eustace's fire spell yet. Let's do that. Hey, look at that. Successful parries. Getting slightly better at those. hopefully Eustace's... Oof. Let's do a technique. Fire. Weak fire technique. Targets a single enemy. Do I still need to do... I don't need to do the attack bar. That's good. Happy with that. Look at that. Better than a melee. Yeah, the experience gains are dropping. There's only 4 experience for those 3 enemies. As you can see, the encounter rate is very high. I am going to turn the pipes back on. I like the pipes. I think the pipes add to the atmosphere. Why not? Not really much of an effect now, but parallax scrolling like that was a big deal on the Mega Drive back in the 16-bit days. So why not turn it back on? I would love that if that parry system went and the characters go like, "Pacha, get out of here." So the bonus experience isn't much, but hey, more experience is more experiences. Let's take it. And you'll note for those who have, oh gee, let's do technique. These are the next level of these enemies, so. So if we don't stuff up the attack power, oh, this could be trouble. Should have healed. Healing isn't expensive. Resurrecting people surely is. Okay, let's do fire on the armed head. Let's heal. Use this. And Rutger, you just try and hit him. Oof. That was a good heal. Definitely take that heal. So they're picking on my boy. They're picking on Eustace. Retro, hey, going into Rossiter. How are you this evening? Thank you for joining us. We're playing Phantasy Star Generation 2 now. You have not missed much, especially since you were here for the ending of Phantasy Star 1, so... You've joined us for the sequel. Good work. I saw you've moved on from Road Rash and what you're streaming. When I got the notification overnight when I was in bed, not able to watch, that you're playing a new game with Alia or something? What's that all about? There's so much of the Amiga catalogue I don't know about. Not having one. We have got to get this battle done, otherwise we are gonna die. I have no healing items. I have no way to teleport back to town. You may have arrived just in time for a game over. A Pidgeot. Ah, shoot 'em up. Okay, that explains the name. Oh god, we're gonna die. Good timing. Good timing to join us. Ooh. Eustace and his friends perished before they could bring peace to alcohol. Joined us at a very good time. That's alright. Not much to... Did I buy equipment and then go? No, okay, good. Oh, shoot 'em ups. They've always been a weak point for me. I don't know if I don't have the patience or the reflexes or what. But yeah, shoot 'em ups kick my ass after a little while. Is it more of a traditional shoot 'em up or is it a bullet hell? What happened there? Oh. catch you up on where we're at in the plot, which is very, very early in the plot. Well, the good thing about home shoot-'em-ups on the home consoles or home computers is there's no coins going in the slot. You can always just hit reload. In a way, it's infinite lives. It's like a lock-in. Those nights where you go to the arcade, you can have as many turns as you want. That's the only way I beat Turtles in time, was going to a bloody lock-in, paying the money, and just having infinite credits. Time Crisis, all those. But what we're learning here, aside from the fact that Eustace and friends are on the trail of a gang called the Rascals, is that this game is tough. Very, very squishy characters. So, not that I'm trying to grind, but if we're going to get anywhere, we're going to need way more money and health. Both of which are not in long supply. Oh my god. I'm fat fingering the D-pad. Having a good time. Ambush. Oh, preemptive strike. Okay, great. And since it's a preemptive strike, let's do auto. These are pretty simple enemies. It sounds like in auto they're doing at least middle level attacks, so. Oh, the experience gain is so miserly though. Oh, it's brutal. Well, these are tougher enemies. Let's see if they give us more XP. If there's a complaint I have about Phantasy Star 2, is that the pacing suffers early because it's just so tough. The pacing is... The game takes a while to get started because you take a while to get started. I was surprised at how much progress I got early with Phantasy Star 1 because being a Master System game being even earlier, I thought it'd be tougher. And I do remember on the little I've played of the Master System version, it seemed pretty tough. But so far, we've leveled up multiple times, and maybe it's part of it is that Nay levels up so fast. And you're like, come on, she's level 15 or whatever already. Level 12. And she's getting whooped. They're all getting whooped. But the balance they strike early is that you don't get anywhere near enough money. It's actually a money problem rather than an experience problem. Because with enough items and with the right equipment, you're a lot, you'll survive a lot better. But the maximum amount of money we've had so far is about 400 Mercedes. It costs money to heal, it costs money to revive, it costs money to teleport. So Eustace's next weapon upgrade is a sword, which is 1200 Mercedes, and we've only had a fraction of that so far. And because it costs money to heal, every time you come back from your travels. Oh, now he's on level 13, lucky for some. It costs you money anyway, so you always get your funds get cut down a little bit anyway. See, 215 Mercedes, that's all we've got. But what I will do, oh jeez, if I can walk through the right hole. If I can walk through the right hole. Did you ever play Phantasy Star 2 at all, Retro? Like, or on the Mega Drive or Genesis? walk in a straight line, things would go a lot faster. Okay. We just bought the traveling ocarina, which will allow us to teleport. But it was 130. Okay. Just seeing if there's any new party members appearing out of nowhere. Oh, I gave it a go on the Master System. Oh, there you go. The Master System 1 being Phantasy Star 1, you'll be seeing very different things in 2. The way things go in 2, it's kind of how the series goes from there. 2, 3, and 4 are all top down. There's no first person dungeons, all that fun stuff. And as we're learning, 2's a bit harder, at least in my opinion. It's actually reminding me a lot of Final Fantasy VIII at the moment. There's a lot of dialogue that's just ... and there's kind of a bit of quick time, a bit of reflex. Not reflex, you know what I mean? There's that extra bit of input in the battles. So yes, give me more of these battles. These guys give out money. You always get to attack first. Look at that, now you can nearly take them out on their own. S rank, there you go. Gives the bonus 5 experience. A couple of level ups too. See, as soon as I get level ups, I feel like I need to rush back to a town and heal up to get those extra couple of HP. There is a healing around here. Yes, there is. We're supposed to be closed today. Unfortunately, extenuating circumstances have left many sick or injured people in need of constant medical care. We've been tending the injured non-stop since the attacks. We're all very tired and wish we could get some rest. Well, don't rest until you heal me. Ah, jeez. I'm trying to use Nay's healing first to save some money. I've heard rumours about rogues squatting in the old Shurin factory. It's probably the hideout of the rascals. Look at the ears on Rudger. Wow. Impressive ears on that boy. Okay. Oh my god, I'm going to have to see this guy's text scroll every time. Okay. Healing isn't too bad. 9 Meseta. I'll take that for sure. Out of the way, people. I don't care about your problems. We're not at the point where we need to worry about multiple save points. I'm blaming the Xbox 360 D-pad. It's entirely its fault. Okay. Ah, stuffed up. As soon as you get onto this like second tier, the second level of enemy, things get so much harder. These armed ants, which would be armored ants in the original, it's just, they're so tough and they do so much damage, and they're doing 10 or 12 damage a turn, and that's 4 turns and useless will be gone. It's very tough stuff. And enemies love kicking Eustace's ass. Okay. we are going to have to heal again. Luckily, healing is cheap. That takes Nay out for a turn, and she's a good damage dealer as well. It's good that they didn't make her, you know, just a healer who doesn't do any damage. They love their status effects. Why not? And they're just big sacks of HP too, just to make it annoying. Okay. I want this battle to be over. Hooray! Oh, look at that though. Why did it say only use command? We use techniques. Anyway, whatever. Oh, that was actually a decent whack of XP. I'm not going to complain about that for a change. But that does show how squidgy we still are. Still calling it squidgy. It's interesting that they're calling the mechanic parry, but it doesn't seem to do any damage to them. Parried all attacks, because there was just one. Counter rate is lovely and high. And so these are kind of tier 1 enemies, these are level 1 enemies, if you want to put it that way. And you can see the difference. Their attacks do barely anything. Okay. Eustace is almost in double figures of levels already. But our problem is equipment. He is on the starting equipment, with the starting armor, starting weapons. When we buy that sword, which is 1200 etc., as I mentioned, things are going to accelerate. I love how they let you choose who you want to attack. Which actually you could do on the Mega Drive. Not sure, but can't remember. You can choose who to attack, but then it's like you've got 2 attacks. You don't want to use the same attack, the second attack on the same guy, do you? No, you just want to attack a random. Oh, I've got to keep coming back to this doctor. He's got too much to say. I sympathise with your position, Doctor. But I just need healing, not your life story. Yeah, so that town that we're just in with the somewhat beaten up looking buildings was blown up with dynamite by the rascals. So before we go on with our main quest, we need to deal with them and their dynamite dropping ways. The experience the next level is not going to get much better, so I think maybe we should get back into the factory. Auto at least makes these battles go that little bit quicker. That experience count is a bit misleading. So it's not that you need 229 XP to get to the next level. It's that 229 is the next experience level. So it's actually, quick bit of math, 45 XP for Eustace, 5 XP for Nay, she'll be going up, and Rudgo only needs 46. So you got to do a bit of math. I'm okay at math, but it should just make it clear how much XP you need. On the Mega Drive, when you save the game, the lovely person at the save station would say, Rolf needs this much experience to go up a level. Like, they would just tell you the number. I appreciate that they don't make you sit through that every time you want to save now, but it was a lot clearer than what they give you now. Oh. Because Phantasy Star 2 was like a big part of my childhood. It was like one of the very first JRPGs I played. Being a Mega Drive kid rather than a SNES kid. Before... Shit. Look at that. If you flee, at least it automatically puts you in defense mode. So it's small mercy. There's a bit of a culture shock going from games like Pool of Radiance and Curse of the Age of Bonds to Phantasy Star 2, but you know, the rental had the guidebook, so I'm not complaining. And the story being presented all on screen is such a big difference between the Commodore 64 and the PC Gold Box games that had all the story contained in journal entries that came with the manual. So it would say, you'd get a bit of text saying, you know, this happens. Could not run away. That probably affects our ranking if we tried to run away. So it would say, you know, this happened, but then it would say, he explains what happens, and it's noted in journal entry 14. So to have everything on screen, everything in the game, all in one cart, not on 7 Commodore 64 floppy disks. Oh, it was such a different experience. And of course, being 10 years old, you have nothing but time. You come home from school, get your homework done, have some dinner, and then you just sit around and play video games. Those were the days. When my kids are older, I'm going to be a terrible hypocrite about how much games I get to play, because I got to play way too much. At one point, and I don't even know where they got it from, but my parents put this old wood panel tube TV in my bedroom, and we hooked up the Mega Drive to that. Obviously it was because, you know, we want to watch the news or we want to watch whatever and not have you kids playing video games on the main TV. But I love that TV. It was obviously from like the late 70s or something. And I don't think it was ours. They may have bought my nan a new TV and we got that one handed down. I can't even remember. But it had the old school dials on it and everything. Had to tune the channel in. Sometimes I'd come home and the channel would have lost its tune a little bit, so you'd have to tune before you can play some Sonic 3. Oh, those are the days. Kids these days have it too easy. Plug in your HDMI cable and off you go. Although saying that, when I bought my PlayStation 4, I bought a new TV not long afterwards, and it said it was 4K capable, and this is like 2016, and the dude at the TV store, when my guys ask me to play games with them, it's always a yes. Oh, I'd love to play games with my girls, don't get me wrong, and the problem is at the moment we've got some behavioural issues with my 6-year-old, and she's a bit too young for most video games in general anyway. When she does get tech time as a reward, then happy to play with her. But it's a case of if she does get tech time, she doesn't do anything else, and the behaviour kind of goes down a bit. 300%, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. Yeah, when she's older and she says, "Dad, do you want to play this with me?" I'll be like, "Yes." Unless you want to play Fortnite over and over again, Dad is useless at Fortnite. So that's good when I see my older nieces and nephews who are all like in their at least 10 years old. We go over their places and they've got Switches and whatever else, and they go, "Do you want to play Mario Kart?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I occasionally sneak out a win on the young ones. With a 6 and a 3-year-old, it's more about letting them win as best you can. And then, of course, you want to play with more players, so you put the computer players in, and they don't know that you're trying to let your 6-year-old win, so they play normally, and it's like, "Oh God, stop! No, let her win." Look at the extra detail in these areas. This is great. So we've got 2 types of elevator. Oh my gosh. Oh, here we go. Now we got a tough one. All right. Let's do. Oh, actually, I don't want to do that. Oh, it does. Unless you can't. Ah. Don't want to do that either. I want to do a technique of fire on the ant. Okay. If we focus fire on one of the ants, maybe we can. Oh, what? Since when can spells miss? That is not the rules. That is not how RPGs are meant to work. Spells get resisted, they do not miss. This game sucks, I've decided. Spells can't miss. Oh my god. All that just take out one of them. This is the big difference. But focusing on one of the armored ants first worked a lot better than before, where we got whooped. And the money and the ugh. I'm struggling with my words tonight. That's what happens when I have lots of meetings at work and then I try and stream. I wear out my talking bits. It's locked! That's right. In this first dungeon, it's 3 levels, and each corner of the dungeon has a container in it, and each one of those is locked. So, good luck there. We need to actually come back to most of this later. So, which is nice. It's nice that there's a bit of a, you know, it's not a one and done with this dungeon. But the first time you come here and you're playing Phantasy Star 2 for the first time, and you're like, alright, go attack on my first dungeon, let's do this. Look at all these treasure chests. And then you can't open any of the treasure chests. Bad luck, sucker. I bet it would feel like a real kick in the teeth. So we won't bother going down any of the elevators at the moment. No stairs, all elevators. Oh wow, okay. Let's spread the love around, see if we can take out some of these the first round. I do love how the enemy is called a mosquito. And it essentially sucks your blood. It gets a little bit of HP back. Living in South Australia, living in where I live, bit of a humid area. We get plenty of mosquitoes in real life. So having mosquito enemies I can just whack with a giant bloody great sword is very cathartic. I'm glad the mosquitoes we get don't look like these ones though. My wife would freak out. So doesn't like bugs as it is. If they had giant green faces, it would be even worse. Ooh, healing. That is exactly what we need. I don't want to waste too much of Nay's technique points. This elevator up takes us to a better part of level 3. So far, some of the enemies outside of this dungeon are harder than the ones inside. We're getting more of these tier 1 enemies. You can see the experience gains have gone way down. Ooh, a ribbon. Now hang on. I think Nay's already got a ribbon, doesn't she? Fashion, accessory, designer, fabric. That's weird. We can't equip more than one. Nay came with a ribbon equipped. As you can see, like from her picture, she comes with a ribbon. And then they give us one. That's a bit strange. Oh, we can sell it. Go for the pitfalls. Look at them. They're clearly on the map. So there are no traps that are going to catch you out, Liz. Oh dear. Okay. These are much tougher enemies. I can tell you right now. The carrier and the carrier is very heavily armored and is high HP. So I'm going to get ahead of the game and jump straight to healing Eustace because he's going to need it. Oof. There's an argument for this kind of game. When they made these ones, oh, it actually tells you how much HP they have. That's great. I wish it was a thing. I know it's a thing now with like the Halo Master Chief Collection and stuff, where there's a HD remaster or a remaster, whatever you're going to call it, and there's a button to make it look like the old one. So on the main menu of this game, you can play Phantasy Star 2 as it looked on the Mega Drive. But I would love to just be able to press a button in a battle and get the old school graphics and get the old school noises. Because those carriers, and the frogs as well, their attacks were like shuffle, 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 and the noise it made was hilarious. And then it would hit you for like 20 HP, so we weren't laughing for long. How's our health? I'm getting a bit concerned about how... We still have an escapipe, we can still get out of here anytime. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Let's regroup. I just want more TP for Nay. But unlike Phantasy Star 1, where we were running from a lot of battles, we need these battles. We need to not run. And as you've already seen, or you may not have seen, depending on how much attention you're paying. As you've already seen, the can't escape comes up quite a lot. Learn a technique. This would be a good time. Uses teleports allies to the left. Yes! We've got Ryuka. But they spelt it with an umlaut. That's an umlaut, isn't it? Ruka? God, if you've heard my pronunciation of Japanese words, you'll be not surprised to learn that my pronunciation of Eastern European words, I'm guessing that's meant to be German, is not much better. That's great. So now when we get back to the main world map, and as long as Eustace, I keep wanting to say Rolf so bad, as long as Eustace has the TP, now we can teleport back to towns. Life just got a lot easier. These games don't begin until you can teleport out of dungeons and then teleport back to a safe town. Because then you can get beaten up, you can be on your last legs, but then you can just teleport away. Oh, but wish I had teleport powers in real life. It would definitely cut down on my commute time. On the plus side, working from home tomorrow and Friday, so the commute is 0. The commute is walking into the shed. You see it here. And using a virtual background, so people in meetings don't see how terribly messy my shed is. Yes, you can't hurt me. You can't suck my blood. I wonder if, well, there's been no indications that the game does so far. I wonder if the game keeps track of your ratings in battle. I wonder if we'll get an average rating at the end. The average rating battle. Okay, let's try talking again. Your average battle rating was E. Your ranking is Snail. That's Metal Gear. The level 1 attack was enough. Nay is nearly in the 20s. So yeah, so Nay's levels go up quite a lot. You might have noticed, and you might have also noticed the giant ears. They look a lot like Meow. Look a lot like Meow's ears from Phantasy Star 1. She's not part Muscat, don't worry about it. The nature of Nay will be explored further later. But there is a reason she levels up twice as fast as everybody else. There is no good explanation for why she was so clingy and complaining at the start, though. That's just not the best writing of female characters. We're getting there, we're trucking along. So now that we've walked outside, we can go to Eustace's techniques and go, Ruka. And that will take us back to, Aramaya, there you go, because that's the last one we went to. So, the advantage of the teleport stations and the reason why you would use them over Ruka, and why they cost money, is then you can, unlike Elise's Talupa spell from Phantasy Star 1, you don't get to cast Ruka and go wherever you want. You have to, it takes you back to where you saved last, so. Worth keeping in mind. Let's see how... We've almost got enough money to buy... We've almost got enough money to buy Eustace's sword. Unfortunately, we need to treat his wounds first. Why does it default to no? Why does it exit the menu when there's other people to heal? Why? Why have all these UI choices been made? Okay, so we're not doing too bad. We could even try selling his knives and see if we have enough money to buy a sword from that. Now, we can at least sell the ribbon. 40, that's not bad. 727, so the knives are 50. So if we sold both knives, we would have enough for the sword. Let's do it. So the trick with the sword is, as opposed to the knives, is it's a single attack, but it's way better. Like it's way better than the two knives. So there we go. Attacks up to 76. Let's save and get back in that dungeon. With all of 27%. I've tried to entice my kids to, for their, they take time to play an RPG, like, so I could read all the tricky words and stuff to them, but yeah, they want to play Paw Patrol or whatever. Although, they do like Sonic, so that's good. Sonic Mania is a big hit in my house. If there's a Sonic Mania 2, I'll be there with bells on. I'm trying to think if those Rappies existed in Phantasy Star 2 Mega Drive. I don't think I ever saw a Rappy. Or a Mo Rappy, as that one was called. So yeah, we're not at the point where we need to map dungeons just yet. They're still relatively straightforward. But they will definitely get a lot more complex as we go. I'm not using a walkthrough at the moment. I don't feel I need one this early in the game. But when it comes down to it later, if we need it, if it makes things speed along, we'll definitely do it. Whatever those bars do at the bottom of everybody's panels, what are we going to call it? It's going to take a long time to find out because we are not filling up those bars very quickly at all. Are there limit breaks? I don't know. I do love how they do tell you how much HP the enemies have left. That's really useful for planning your attack. Like, it automatically goes to the next enemy anyway, if it's, if you kill, the one you target is already gone. But if you know that all three of them have 3 HP, for example, you might want to spread out your attack. Or you might want to do just one all-enemy technique. S rank. Because I'm more familiar with the Phantasy Star 2 music, I'm picking up more of the nuances in these remixes. I'm really loving them. That liquor attack where its back comes out, oh, it's creepy as. Looks like it's got another face on its back. Not that it has much of a face on its front. Alright, come on. Come on. RNG, be kind. Still need every bit of XP we can get. Although I've got to keep an eye on those. Got to keep an eye on those HP volume. Ah, jeez. I've also got to keep an eye out for the parry bar. It occurs to me if I did find the manual, it would all be in Japanese. So I should probably just look up a walkthrough just for the techniques, just for the extra game mechanics. Gotta remember the terms that everybody else uses for these things, so people know what I'm talking about. Alright, let's do a healing round. Can't go north. We need to work our way around. Part of the reason you don't need to map is because whichever elevator is the hardest to get to is the right one. If this elevator took you like around the whole level through lots of enemies and past pitfalls, yeah, that's the right way you should be going. If an elevator is really easy to reach, then you might get a chest. You might get a chest out of it. That's about it. Can we go here? No. Okay. I like Rudger's change in design, like Rudo, he would be called. Okay, fire did nothing much to those carriers, did it? You know, being 16-bit, being way less detailed, he had a bit of helmet hair happening with his yellow hair, so good to see a bit of detail in there, a little bit of a cowlick happening there. These grass killer enemies are really iconic. I really like those, like creepy praying mantises with giant blades for arms. Gotta heal Eustace again. He's a squishy boy. Okay, we've been there. We haven't been up here yet. I'm trying to remember if there's anything we need to find here before we go to the next dungeon. Because directly south of here, did you see that attack of 43 damage? Yes! The sword! Because directly south of this factory is the next dungeon. Okay. This might be the right way to go. Might be a dead end. Let's find out. One of the things the Final Fantasy games did really well is having that cursor position option be either go back to where it started, go back to the default, or have your cursor stay where you had it last. So you can, if you want to do the same attacks over and over again to the same enemy, you just can mash the button. Just saves that little bit of time. It's one of those nice to have features. This is level 10. Look at him go. Okay. Ah, we're on the wrong side, aren't we? Just realised. In the middle of the map is pitfalls that we can't get past yet. Well, we get past by going to the second level and going to the right elevator. We're definitely seeing a bit of tangible progress with how we're tearing through these somewhat lower level enemies, so not complaining about that. Oh dear. As soon as I say that, we might be in for a bit of a tough battle here. How's everybody's health? There we go. Back down we go. This one of the ones we can open. All four. Ah, too many elevators. I'll stuff that up. Oh no, and he's paralyzed. Do they have any anti-paralysis items? So a technique on useless, keep him alive. Well, it's good that the paralysis doesn't stop you from parrying. So at least protect Eustace a little bit while he can't move. But at the moment, because we don't have the items for it, we just have to wait for him to get better on his own. Would help if we were better at the parrying as well. One down. God. Used to snap out of it. Hey, he's back. Not a moment too soon. It took too long. Too long to battle the baddies. Everybody's looking nice and cash. Strolling around the level. There is no run button, I'll tell you now. Slightly better timings on the parries, which means next week when we play again, I'll be hopeless again. Alright, where does this get us in the world? That's not a good start. We can access the center. Ooh, Nevoids. Now they definitely have all party attacks. Do these ones split? Do these ones spawn other enemies? I need to remember. I think they do. So if we're lucky, they won't. Nay's nearly ready to go up. Okay, so we're on the right. Don't fall in the pitfall. We're on the right side of this path. So that can lead us to... Knowing how fast your team members are would be a good thing as well. Oh. It's not a waste of an attack. He took someone out, that's all good. Even though he did half damage. Hey, level 21. So we go up here, oh, nothing there. What about to the right? Be patient with this game. I like how the giant flies shoot you out of their butts. We will be seeing high levels by the end of this, let me tell you. I'm not complaining that we're getting the high money, low level enemies up here. Not complaining at all. Too busy drinking a beer to do the parry. That's okay. Eustace needs a heal though. Actually, everybody needs a bit of a heal. We'll tackle that straight after this battle. Okay. Fourth floor. See, I was saying there were 3 floors. I was lying to you. think what we need is up on this 4th floor. So I think we should. I think 4th floor is where it tops out. I'm relying on at least 10-year-old memories of a 30-year-old game. It's the blind leading the blind in that regard. That's obviously not the way to go. Master Fencer and Giga Mosquito. Look at that. Now you know you're not messing about. Jeez, that damage. Oh my god, they're going to kill Rudger in a turn. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Everything went a bit lurchy on my end. Oh no. What is going on? Okay, that might just be my computer. Everything was very hanging for a second there. Let me know if everything kind of froze on your end, viewers. This never happened before. This has usually kept on trucking pretty nicely. Okay, Rudger needs some help. Oof, my one concern here is that we're reaching the limits of Nay's TP. And once she's out of TP, we've got one Diamate and that's it. So we might end up... Oh god, there's a chest right there. Fuck! I knew that wouldn't work. Now would be a good time for a tactical retreat. So bad luck, you can't do it. Keep those parries up. Keep that health up. I know what we're after. We're after dynamite. That's what we're after. Now I remember. Okay, give me what's in the chest. Fiberglass coat. I think that will be for Nay. Oh no, maybe not. It's definitely giving it uses then because he needs defense more than anybody. Excellent electrical insulator. Okay. We'll start doing some electrical work. Okay, item. Let's use the Hesitant Ocarina to escape the dungeon. And then we use Ruka technique. That at least saves us some walking, and we can go back to Paseo and buy more stuff. Oh, that overworld theme is burned into my brain, I'll tell you what. All right. What do we do with this thing? Nothing yet. 1019 Meseta. I will definitely take that. Let's heal Nay up a bit. At least that way we might save some money. We'll see the doctor who doesn't talk as much. Trying to figure out, like, paralysis definitely does not last outside of battle, so why would there be a detoxify option? I'm trying to remember. Maybe poison persists. Oop, there's a tiny, tiny little bit of grass. That face usage tells me you never relax, dude. Look at you. Intensity. Okay. Let's use this time and a little bit of extra cash to buy another escape pipe. Don't need that yet. But let's back up Nay's healing with a little bit of item stuff. So one escape pipe is enough at the moment, simply because we can sell Eustace's carbon suit. There's a shotgun in Aramaya that Rutger can equip. I think it does attacks more than one enemy, so that's 800 Meseta, so let's get that. I'm sure we can come up with a couple more Meseta between here and there. Unless the game says, no battles, you can just walk there, no problem. You can only have battles when I don't want you to. Not enough money yet. Give me the money. And there's no upgrades for Nay's weapons yet, so the steel claws are all we've got at the moment. So okay, cool. 19, that'll do. And they leveled up as well. God, 22, she is cranking through. She has more HP than Rutger. Rutger? Actually, I just need to step away for just a moment, so I'll put this battle on auto and I'll be right back. Battle was too quick, I should say. Didn't want a quick battle. Let's go by Shoddy. Okay. It's a shame that the dialogue doesn't change. Like, you'd think after the 5th time you busted into her store, she'd realise that, you don't mean any harm. Okay, so the needle gun is replica of the legendary Tyrone's handgun. Popular. There you go. Combat ready. Attacks multiple enemies. That's got a higher attack engine. Ah, okay. So we could have bought 2 needle guns. But that's alright. We'll stick with one shotgun. And let's sell our legendary Tyrone item, so we can heal. Okay. Actually, how is everybody's health? Oh, everybody's health is great. What am I talking He's missing 1 HP. Because she leveled up. How dare she? Talks too much, this doctor. Alright. Alright, let's save one more time and then back to the dungeon. Alright. Doesn't make a satisfying noise. Need cans for that. Okay. So we now have a very clear path through the dungeon. We know where to go. Look at that. Those multiple targets look good to me. You do trade single enemy damage for multiple enemy damage, but I don't know, there's just something about hitting more than one enemy at a time that makes me feel good. There's no downsides to it. There's no enemies that will punish you for hitting them. So there's no harm in, hitting everybody. Why not? Of course, now that we're a bit leveled, Rudger won't get the chance to actually bloody attack anybody, I'm sure. Oh, hang on. Now we might get to attack. Let's see how we go. No, now he's got a crit instead. Yeah, I like it. Cocks it first. Nice little boom. Not bad, not bad. Never be as good as a first-person shooter shotgun, but hey, for an RPG, that's not bad. It'll definitely come in handy in some of these tougher battles soon, I'm sure. Ah, this is the parry. Rubbing the nose. I love the eye on the ants. It's just like looking around everywhere. It's like they're afraid of you. They know. It's afraid. So yeah, what we're doing here is we get through this dungeon, so we can get into the next dungeon. And the next dungeon has the keys to all those locked containers. Which is a nice and straightforward little link between the two, so not complaining about that. Alright, let's get back upstairs. Then we wanted to go this way, didn't we? Oh. Gosh. I think I can remember from 5 minutes ago. Feel free to backseat in the chat for when my memory fails me. Right, that is the wrong way. We go down and around. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we might see some progress. Now we might see... Okay, so... The shotgun only attacks 2 enemies of the same... Or multiple enemies of the same type, I should say. And there you go. The first time it misses... It fails to hit more than one anyway. Now there's only singles of each, no point being picky, might as well just do whatever. Liking that damage. Liking it. Alright. The levels are pouring in, people. Pouring in. I don't have a nice microphone, so I'm sure that sounded terrible on you. Puh, puh, puh. Now we might see some tactical advantage. Have Rudger attack the mosquitoes. And Nay and Usus attack the grass killers. I can't remember what they're called. In Phantasy Star 4, there's a variation of them. They're one of my bits of Phantasy Star fan fiction that I've mentioned previously. On my GeoCities website. Aside from like a kind of an ongoing main story I had about my original character, Do Not Steal, I wrote a couple of little short stories in Phantasy Star realm, and one of them, you know, being an edgy teen as we all are, was one of those grass killer type enemies. So because it's biomonsters, you know, they talk about biomonsters. They're made in a lab. I had a kind of a bit of a spaceship setting where they were breeding the biomonsters, you know, and then one of them got loose. Bit of a horror story. Can't remember how it ended. I'm sure it had some sort of weird twist ending because that's what, you know, short stories are all about. Sometimes I feel sad that I never backed up the text of those stories. And then other times I'm glad that archive.org will have no idea what was on our website. So the Wayback Machine does not know of my existence circa 1999 or whatever it was. Where did we go last time? Gotta try and remember. It's a gauntlet, like the Phantasy Star games are. An absolute gauntlet. They will make you earn every step. Okay. These spinning spheres aren't as bad as I remember them being from the Mega Drive. I feel like they kicked my butt a lot. I feel like they did the all-party attack a lot more often. So maybe there's been some balance changes. I'm not sure. Hello. 200 Meseta. Whoa, it's a gold mine. Speaking of gold mines, this might get us a bit of cash. Every little bit helps, for sure. Only used command. Actually played the game. I did not pay attention to how much money we had. Okay. Last time we came up this way, we went the right way almost straight away, and I think I'm failing to do that at the moment. Here comes the damage. Now we're getting into the big guns. Oh, Rudger, your shotgun is useless. I remember the animation for the shotgun from Phantasy Star 2. Like, it was different to this. It almost had like it was shotgun shot on the screen. Ah. And yeah, the shotgun was useless on the Mega Drive too, don't worry. There we go. I think we'll survive, and I think we'll heal Eustace immediately afterwards. If he stops getting paralyzed, that would be great. These guys certainly aren't freaky warriors. Yes, please continue leveling up, Eustace, so you get more health. Okay. Up and around, that's where we had to go. Up and around. Wherever the longest path is. A handful of XP, really getting us up there. Oh, stuff that up. The wrong button press really punishes you in this game. Bus cover. I can't remember what they're called. Phantasy Star 2. I thought they had a better name than that. Not sure what they're trying to communicate with that name at the moment. But the glowing eye is definitely Cribsville. Okay, so then we went up. So far, oh, hello. Rascal. What an Algol happened here? This is horrible. Did the Biomonster do this? Okay. He doesn't want to talk to us because he's probably dead. Speaking of Biomonsters. Not sure if which one you pick with the shotgun makes any difference, but let's pick the middle one, maybe that'll help. You can see Nay's Steel Claw, which is her starting weapon, is really struggling to keep up. 6 HP, so Eustace, you don't attack him because you got better attack. Okay, let's see how we go. God, they do get to attack first a lot. We're the slowest RPG party in the history of time. Oh no. Eustace needs healing again. At least one Diamate with his name on it. He really is dragging, I'm honest, I'm not kidding. He is dragging the party down. Look at that health. He's way behind. How much do we get? 60. Yeah, that's right. Let's fully heal him. Okay, so that's the one we opened already. There's more to find. More to find on this level. Should have spread out those attacks. Oh well. Live and learn. Navigation is actually quite a bit of a mess. It's very complicated with all this stuff on screen. Oh god. One day we'll be allowed to escape. What I need to be doing is keeping an eye on everybody's health. So 1827. Oh god, yes. Let's focus on that one. Of course, the trick with the mosquito is that it can heal itself by attacking us. But I don't think it'll go past its max HP, so... See if we can take out these master fences first. Oh, one down, that's alright. Eustace, you're up on the mosquito. And Rudger, we'll just see how you go. The parries aren't as good as I was hoping they would be. Not as good as the name parry would have you believe. And the battle theme is not very changed from Mega Drive. It sounds very similar from where I'm seeing. Alright, can't go that way. This is the Phantasy Star 2 experience. For those who haven't experienced it before, this is what it's like. Oh, it's a dead end. Okay, let's try again. Oh, we've been attacked 20 times trying to find the next dead end. Good times. Came up there. Let's see what's over here. Ah, here's another dude. Dead. Who in their right mind could do such a thing? Well, don't forget, Eustace, these guys bombed the shit out of a town. Barleybap, you summed it up in a. That's a very good tagline for the whole series. Well done. How you going? Good evening. Although I'm sure it's not evening in your part of the world. I just stick to saying what time it is where I am, which leads to me blundering into a lot of streams where it's night time and going, good morning everyone. And they're like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? Nice and quiet at work today. PS2 is treating me not too bad. I've had one game over already, which was, you know, it is nice when work is nice and quiet. My work is never nice and quiet. People always want to talk to me. Well, the amount I've played Phantasy Star 2 on the Mega Drive. I mean, this is my first time playing Phantasy Star Generation 2. Oh my god, Nay finally got a new technique. What'd she get? She can neutralise poison. Great. The amount I've played of this game, getting a game over is a bit embarrassing, and Retro joined us just as I got that game over, so it was perfect timing, perfect timing. But we're near, I feel, we're near the end of the first dungeon at least. Although, when you finish the first dungeon, you're not quite finished with it. You need to come back. Oh, absolutely. I did some off-camera grinding for Phantasy Star, but you need to have on-camera grinding for Phantasy Star to get anywhere. That's most of the game. Oh, Nay's. Nay. It is Nay, right? Nay's TP is in the yellow, which always makes my pack rat, hoarder senses go tingly. Okay, come on, this must be the right way. It's very circuitous, which means we must be heading in the right direction. Unfortunately, I don't remember the dungeon layouts as well as I thought. I thought that was going to be a real advantage. In my defense about the game over, there is this whole attack, attack level system and this parry system where you have to pay way more attention when you're attacking. And defending. Oh. Useless is on lucky 13. Now hang on, is there anything over here? The full Phantasy Star 2 experience. Battle transition screen just rotating forever. That's what I felt like the Final Fantasy 9 experience was, just the screen disintegrating and falling away because, yes, time for another battle. So, Barley Bap, you're doing the work from home, watch some Twitch and do some work method. I really like that. I wish I was work from home 100% of the time. Unfortunately, I'm not. I'm now down to 2 days, so. A bit hard to explain why there's a video game on your other screen when you're in the office. The pulsating bass of danger, 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 battle time. Yeah, it's a training video I'm watching on the other screen. I'm learning how to be a better presenter by seeing how other people represent old video games. No, I absolutely agree with you, Barley. I wish I was home all the time. We have to wear in the office, and I won't bang on about COVID too much. Nobody wants to hear that. We've only just come back to the office after starting the year working from home, but we have to wear masks in the office all the time when we're in the office. And it's like, well, if we have to wear masks all the time when we're in the office, why don't we just keep working from home? But yeah, it's the same old story. Got to have people on site. Got to justify the use of the buildings. Blah 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 blah. Oh, good work! Lucky for you. My eldest brother I think has been working from home for almost 2 years. He's sick of it, but I'm like, I envy you. I think they sold a lot of the office buildings during the pandemic too. There you go. A full return office work is going to happen. Hey, I'd love to go back into the office and get my desk back. Sorry, we sold your desk and also that floor. A wish. This man was the leader of the rascals. I wonder what happened. What's that paper hanging out of his pocket? Obtained ransom note. Those books you left on your desk? Gone. And the container key! We can go back to the first floor and get lots of stuff. Is this a ransom note? Darren, your daughter Tiem is such a beautiful girl. No need to worry though. We're keeping her safe and sound in Nido Tower for now. That's dungeon number 2. If you don't bring us 50,000 Meseta by the end of the month, we'll have no choice but to kill your precious daughter. It's up to you. Oh, one more thing. If it isn't obvious by now, don't squeal to anybody about this. And don't even try breaking into Nido Tower. Only dynamite can open that entrance. We have it stashed away, so don't bother looking for it. Just do whatever it takes to get us armor set up, that is all. Darren is stealing and killing for the sake of his daughter. We have to do something. Sure is. We must hurry to Nido Tower. I'm worried that TM is being held hostage there. But we need dynamite to get in. What can we do? There's probably some hidden in the rascal's hideout. We must find it first. Yes, so... For me, it'd be like those toys you left on your desk. They're gone. So I was mistaken about needing to go to the tower first to come back, but now we can tackle all those locked containers on the first floor. It might be more efficient to just escape out and then come back around. Oh, nay, with the double miss. Actually, a health top-up might not be the worst idea. We have the means. We can use the Hesitant Ocarina. Oh, I love it. I love that item name. Phantasy Star 2 is absolutely a brilliant game. Absolutely. No argument here. Ah! You just got Highness. I didn't need to use that item. Oh well. Live and learn. Well, the goal, and the goal may be a bit out of reach depending on how long it takes, is to try and beat Nido Tower tonight and then see what happens. But it's already getting late. Okay, let's get out of here. We actually are doing well for money for a change. Let's just double check if there's any cool weapons for now. Oh, you read my mind. I said something very similar earlier, that the pacing early is awful because you just have to grind so much just to get through the first couple of dungeons. You are weak as anything at the start and you have no money. The game gives you no money for so long. And it's like you see the items, you see the sword, you see the shotgun, and you just can't afford it based on all the stuff that's going on. Okay. Oh my god, you can never flee from any battles. That's the main problem. That would speed things up if I could escape. And there isn't. If I sat down tomorrow to play Phantasy Star, oh, it's awful. Like Phantasy Star 1 is easier, which I never thought I'd say. I just assumed being on the Master System and all the rest that Phantasy Star 1 would be harder, but it's At least when you run away in this one, in this version, it puts all your team into defense mode, which is small mercies. But yeah, if I sat down tomorrow and went, I'm going to play Phantasy Star 2 on the Mega Drive casually, I would probably spend the first 2 hours just wandering around Paseo and just grinding up before I even went anywhere. Okay, maybe I'd go to the first towns and then come back and get Rudo. But then, yeah, it's just grind. Get some actual items in your pocket, get some actual decent equipment, and off you go. And the game never gets super easy, but the grind curve gets at least a little less steep as you go. It's like trying to start a very old car. Takes you a little while to get it going. Once the engine started and turning over, then you're doing all right. Have you played this version at all, Barley Bap? Have you tried the Generation 2 version? Since the battle system's a bit different. Started my playthrough last year because I woke up in the middle of the night and couldn't get back to sleep. So I was going to play as much as I could once I could stream for like 10 hours. How much trouble with it? Oh wow, that a 10-hour Phantasy Star 2 stream when you can't sleep. That would definitely be an insomnia killer, I think. I wonder if being a bit sleep deprived would have affected how you went with it all. Streaming while playing always distracts me a little bit. You don't like what they did with some of the songs. I agree. So far, I haven't heard that many of the songs. Like this dungeon theme's fine. It's not that different. It's always about how much they change it and what instrument choices they make. And there's always that bit of... It's not MIDI, is it? Good on you, Moon. That's fine. You can lurk all you like. You're not wrong. Music is subjective. The container key is used. And we got Dynamite. Some of the later stuff. Alright, I'll be keeping an ear out for later. You think you're getting raided? You can hit and run, you can lurk, that's fine. That would be weird, wouldn't it? Like you use a raid sound or a cheer sound, whatever your alerts are from a game, and you're sitting there actually playing the game itself, and you go, oh, I got raided. Oh no, actually, sorry, that's just the game. I've got the Deus Ex codec. Shelley Long flapping her arms, okay. It is a great fantasy, absolutely. I've got the Deus Ex, that little ringtone, phone call, whatever you call it, as my message tone. So whenever I actually play Deus Ex, it's like, is my phone going off? I used to use a certain song as my alarm to wake up in the morning, and then the first couple of notes of it trigger a visceral... Oh no! You've ruined it for yourself, Barley Bap. Oh no. To help my daughter out... of course. To help my daughter out with some stuff, because like getting ready for school, all that sort of stuff. We've got some alarms on our phones, and she picked some Sonic tunes. Like we were like, "What do you want for that alarm?" And she's picked like Hydro City's own music, and it's like, "Oh god, it's going to ruin it for me." Yeah, I went back. I went back to generic alarm tones a long time ago because I didn't want to ruin songs for me anymore. I've got Starlight Zone from Sonic 1 as my phone call, but I get so few phone calls, it's not getting ruined for me. And yeah, the alarm tones are generic because I don't want to associate a nice song with I gotta get out of bed. Especially when you hear it every day. course, now my alarm is usually my eldest coming in and going, it's after 6 o'clock, and it's like, yeah, but it's before 7 o'clock, so leave me alone. I heard that this version is the same difficulty, or if not, maybe even harder than the original. It's certainly not. Well, yeah, it's not easier. I'll tell you that right now. The ability to parry attacks and do attack level is probably helping a little bit. Like this circle that comes out, if I get the timing right, the damage is greatly reduced or even misses. But the encounter rate and the damage done and the experience given out and the amount of money you get are all bad. I've been grinding already just to get this far. Unfortunately, grinding is a required part of the Phantasy Star 2 experience. And I did go and grind in Phantasy Star 1 to finish it, like to beat that gold dragon boss. I went from level 70 to level 80. And I went back and looked at the walkthrough I was following, and it said I probably could have beat the gold dragon at level 60, and it's like, oh, dude. Did I overlevel? Was I just bad at the game? More dynamite. Do we have a key items list? No, they're just in the main thing. Explosive and destructive. Oh, the walkthrough made me feel like a fool. Tell you what, Barley Bat, I'm not going to get anywhere close to a limit break attack at the moment. They're very... Those bars got very short, slowly. They probably made it for bosses. Oh, I love the UI, don't get me wrong. But some of the nice things they did with the Phantasy Star Generation 1 UI, like you can buy stuff in shops and sell it straight away or equip it straight away, they haven't carried over. And the healing, like you go to the heal centers, the first aid centers, I want to call them Pokestops. That's why I associate with going into a building and healing your party. You have to heal everybody individually, and you have to do it by going back into the menu. Ugh. One monomate. Wow. It helps that the battle music is somewhat unobtrusive. Ha! God! Why would you... God! Nerds! Don't make RPGs harder, make them easier. God, all the time. Don't listen to the hardcores, please. Yes, the dungeon layouts are 100% the same, which is good. It is not doing me much good at the moment. My memory's failing me, but you know. Yeah, you have to step on almost every tile in every dungeon to get through the whole thing. Give me an auto battle. Give me a bit of easy times. There we go. And now we should have our last container to open. 100 Meseta. Wow. Yes, we found the dynamite. We must hurry to Nido Tower. I'm worried that TM is being held hostage there. Well, what quicker way is there than to fly? So we just head straight south, if the game will let us. Oh, these guys are easy. This is my memory. My memory's terrible, don't get me wrong. I'll blame having kids and all those sleepless nights erasing all my memories. I'll tell you what though, having that consult option put into Phantasy Star 1 and 2, which they took from Phantasy Star 4, that was 100% my favourite. Yeah. Oh no, insomnia, but like, I don't necessarily have insomnia, but I struggle to get to sleep. My wife can look at a phone, like she can be laying in bed with her phone in front of her, like the screen, bright light, reading articles, and then she just goes, all right, I'm going to sleep now, put the phone down, straight away. Oh no. Yeah, I know the feeling from, you know, having kids and being woken up half the night. Dynamite should be able to blast this door wide open. Let's see if the animation's the same. Doesn't it suck when your partner can fall asleep way better than you? It's really bad. Just makes me feel very jealous. I have to do like a bit of a wind down. I have to not look at screens for a while, which is, you know, doesn't really match with the streaming lifestyle, because every time I do stream, it's like I stay up later and later. Hey, thanks for dropping by, man. That's all good. Thanks for the good luck, yeah. I think the tower isn't as bad as the hideout. I could be wrong. Poison arrow. Let's attack him first. It'd be good that now that we're actually meeting poison enemies, even the poisoner paralyzes you. Tower is easy to lay out wise, but you've got a very good memory, Barley, but I don't remember this one-shot encounter, I'll tell you what. It feels like a lot of the enemies, a lot of the encounters can one-shot you. Any of the multi-attack. Any enemy that can attack the whole party feels like it's a potential one-shotter. Those frog-type enemies, the lickers, they still... Oh, nightmares. They were nightmares. Oh, Eustace learned a new technique as well. Oh my gosh. Hey, we've got 2 healers now. Of course, the trick is... got to make sure Eustace, God, I really can't pronounce his name. Got to make sure Eustace always has enough TP to get us out of here. Need to make sure he has at least 7. That flea worked. Okay, let's take the first elevator. Oh, I love it. Hi, friendly Tomberry. How are you going? Welcome in. What's this? I've only played 4 on C. This is a remake on the PlayStation 2 of Phantasy Star 2. Oh, yes, the blasters. Yes, so we've seen the earlier version of the blasters already. Yeah, friendly Tomber. I've played the Mega Drive versions of Phantasy Star 2, 3, and 4. Oh, thank you for the follow as well. To death. So on Wednesday nights, I'm playing through various remakes and remasters of Phantasy Star. There is no remake of Phantasy Star 4. There's just the Mega Drive version. But hey, I don't feel like the Mega Drive version needs a remake. Barley Bat, 100%. PS4 is the best one. That is the only true channel rule, is that Phantasy Star 4 is the best one. No arguments. One of the advantages Phantasy Star 4 has over Phantasy Star 2, Tom Berry, is that Phantasy Star 4 is way less grinding. You're going to see lots of battles, you're going to see lots of experience and Meseta gained. Alright, healing. All about the grind. Are you an MMO player? Face liquor! Oh god. The lower level is just called liquor. This makes it worse. Oh, we got status icons. I like that. Yes, you can grind all day in Phantasy Star 2 and you won't feel that much more powerful. Oh, there's an item. Money! Yeah, I do feel it flattens out the grind curve in Phantasy Star 2 as we go, so... I do like how you say Phantasy Star 4 doesn't hate the player barley bat, but there is one point where it hates the player, but it breaks my heart. No spoilers. Okay. I think we're on the same page. I do have a slight problem with the UI. It's too neat and tidy. Like, I know it's annoying to have to flick through all the various windows when it says person leveled up and person leveled up and person leveled up. But I found it easier to pay attention to what's going on rather than that summary screen that flies by. Ah, useless. Always getting paralyzed. Mosquitoes first. Thanks, Valley Matt. Thanks for dropping by. Have a good lunch. Well, you've had a good lunch. Enjoy the rest of your day at work. I will try and beat Nido for you. Set myself a goal. Goal not to get one shot down the bottom. Now we've got at least one monomate in our travels, didn't we? Fingers crossed. Always a pleasure having you in the chat, so hopefully it remains quiet for you. Also because quieter days at work are better than busy days. The only good thing about busy days at work is that they can tend to fly by. But is it a good thing to look up after 8 hours and go, shit, where did that take go? What happened? the party's looking a bit hardier already. We're actually... Good God, this place is long. 6th floor. Is it a mimic? Oh, these things. Some of the enemy design, man. Oh, that sucks. On the Mega Drive, like their attacks came from like down here, and their necks bulged out before they attacked you. This is a turn down. I'm disappointed. Ooh, Trimate. Excellent. Got our first big healing item. So we've seen Monomate, we've seen Dimate. Trimate. All HP. There you go. No questions asked. Parrying is proving its worth, I'll tell you what. Oh, Riggy. Your shotgun technique is rubbish. Useless is in big trouble. That's right, there's a Dimate with his name on it after this battle. Levels are going up. Okay. I'm trying to get over my... Hello? Oh, where's the usual guard? Is it dinner time already? Seems very friendly to her captors. You don't look like a rascal. Who are you? Are you TM? TM, you know who I am? I know about your father too. My father? We went to the rascal's hideout. The entire gang was killed by someone. Or something. Are you here to rescue me? Read this letter. The leader had it on him when he died. I think it was meant for your father. Okay. You hand over ransom note. Look at Eustace's sad face. No. I can't believe it. TM? Lies, this can't be true. Will you be okay? So my father became a murderer for my sake? I have to stop him. Please take me to my father. But your father has made many enemies. You'd be in danger. I don't care. I want my father to turn himself in. Please. You may be the only one who can stop him. Okay, let's go. Thank you. I will never forget your kindness. Just to be on the safe side, wear this hood and veil to cover your face. Put it on, quickly. So now we've got hooded TM. Oh look, she's even in the party. But, you know, she's not actually a warrior or anything. Can we just highness out of here? Sure can. She's still here. Alright, cool. So we've rescued TM. Hey, well done. Probably wasted that die, mate. Oh well. Let's go see TM's father. Resolve this hostage situation. If the game will let us. I like how TM assumed we were rascals and guards. My, what a rare sight you are. Oh, I like his portrait. He didn't have a portrait on the Mega Drive, so I don't have many visitors nowadays. You gotta cross my bridge. The toll isn't cheap, my dear. It's you. Wait! Leave it to me! Hey girl, hand over all of your money or I'll kill you. Not to the likes of you. What? Mock me, will you? Dad, you don't have to kill anymore. Damn! What have I done? You won't die alone. Daddy's coming. Jesus Christ. It's Jim. How tragic. After all they went through to be united. We can cross Northbridge now. I've had enough of this madness. We must restore the peace. Yeah, his face. It's more shocked than anything. It's like, oh, that's so sad. And there you go. Phantasy Star 2 does not fuck around. But yeah, TM could have definitely handled that better. Maybe just come straight out and say, Dad, it's me, instead of going, hey, what are you doing? But that is a good place to leave it for the evening. Oh, poor TM, poor Darren. It's one of those situations where you hope there was a game genie code or something where you could just cheat your way past so the daughter didn't have to die and the tragedy didn't have to occur. Absolutely, absolutely. Bit more mature. Yes. So with that, I think I'll call it a night. That's been a good solid couple hours for me. So, and we spent most of it grinding and then the first dungeon, but hey, then we got through the second dungeon real quick. Nice hanging out with you, Barley Bat. Thanks everyone for watching. You have a great night. And I'll catch you next Wednesday with more Phantasy Star, and Sunday I'll definitely be back to more Metal Gear. Nice to meet you too, friendly Tom Berry. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for the follow. We'll catch you next time.